baseball teams and our association in that we have a desperate need for additional fields for children to play on. And I would like for nothing more than try to get this Muse ball field resurrected.
I will volunteer my time on that.
What's that?
I'll volunteer my time to help you out with that.
That's good. I've talked to the priest, and I think Han will talk to the priest, and he's okay with, you know, children using the field and playing on it.
Yeah, but there's such a water problem there.
Yeah, there is.
Well, we have somebody who's going to go to the DEP and try to get him to come back out there and reevaluate that to allow us to do something in that waterway. This guy, he's in a permitting process, or permit process with the DEP, so he knows a lot of the ins and outs, and he thinks he may be able to get us in that direction. Our township engineer had done some things for us 2 years ago, so he just sent him all the information he had already, and now this guy's taking it right now to the DEP. He's going to set up a field meeting again and see if they can't change their evaluation was that was a high value stream, and he thinks he can show the impact of what we would do to fix up that field and channelize that. Would it be almost no change in impact of the property downstream from there? He thinks he can prove that.
Is there any way you can use PA grants through the state government to help you out with that ball field through like Parks and Recreation Department, the state, and or?
That's not our problem. I mean, we can. That would be nice to work with them for the project itself, but we can't get the DEP to allow us to touch that.
Okay.
Okay.
One of the things that has to stop is people dump their clippings over there in that little stream. That has to stop. You can't dump clippings along the embankment of the stream, not expected to be carried at some point downstream and gather and collect. And I think some of the problem with that stream over the years, that has happened. There's been accumulation of debris in the stream bed over there from some of the, a lot of trees. There's a lot of grass clippings all season long that people just take and dump along that embankment.
Poison.
Well, who's responsible when the trees fall down? And just
The property owners.
Who owns that property down there by the creek?
The property owners.
Church owns.
Who owns by the creek?
Yeah.
Church.
Is that the church that owns that?
Yeah.
Upstream too?
Always up to where you go on to by where Ann Louise's was. On Little
Right,
Street, where the creek starts. Who owns that?
Yeah. The church owns with the back of their property, and you can see from the road all the way across right to your street. The church owns all that, right up to the township right away.
Now that little.
On the opposite side, you mean from the road too?
I'm talking about looking back through the property on the right. They own up to where I guess, I don't know, who's this, D.C. Coleman? Son has a
No, I'm not talking about there. I'm talking about down by the ball field.
Oh, down.
That part of the creek is what I'm talking about
Oh,
right now. Have you rode on that road? Have you driven up there on Leather Street
Sure.
the last 3 months?
No, not the last one.
Well, go look.
All right.
It's a disgrace with the trees in the creek, and it's a mess.
It is.
For Muse to be like that.
We can't make somebody cut trees on their property. We need the DEP to allow us to go in there, which we would go in there.
But that's interfering with the creek, the waterways. Can't you do anything to them people for that?
They don't, no. They're not even allowed to go in there and disturb that. When the trees grow there, it creates a wetland. And the DEP likes that, we don't.
I know, we went through that years ago.
I'm allowed to go, if I have a structure in the stream, I can go 50 feet upstream and 50 feet downstream to clean that stream bed out.
Well, you start tomorrow to get that 100 feet.
But we don't have a structure in there.
Because I've been in Muse 78 years, buddy, and if you're the first one saying you can go 50 feet way and 50 this way, and nobody went 1 foot yet.
Yeah, we did. We were up there at the,
Look how nice you did around the bend.
yeah,
You-
up
yeah.
that pipe up there.
Right.
We
Look how
rock
nice
lined
that
that.
was done.
Yes, we
Why
rock
can't
lined.
that be done the rest of the,
It's going to be
Because
done.
you have to have a permit to do that.
Well, get the permit. What are you waiting for?
Kendall,
You've been telling us for the last 3 years we need a permit. If they'll build a soccer field up there to make it look pretty for everybody up at Hill Station
But there's
and
a guy-
South Point, they won't do nothing in Muse. I don't wanna hear it.
This guy knows
I
what
don't
he's
wanna
talking
hear it.
about
You're
right
talking to the
now.
wrong guy. I've been this town all my life.
Kendall, I have a question.
Go
You
ahead.
remember when you and I and Dan Dieselroth and
Went
Don
to
O'Hare
Pittsburgh.
went to the DEP offices? What's your memory?
He said, go ahead and do it. He said, if you get that big caught, he said, what are they gonna do to you?
Who said that?
That's not from DEP.
Somebody would, hey, look how many times we were told for us to get someone to go and do it. And you know who I'm talking about, yes, to go and do it, and nobody would say anything. We'd have to get caught, and who's gonna report us? The whole town in use? The neighbors? My neighbors is the one that wants that done.
All right,
We gotta live there, and we gotta
let's
look
not
at it.
rehash the old stuff. We're looking at it again. We have somebody who thinks they can help us get through that permit process.
What do you have to do that? I mean, it's been years and years since
Here's
you've been
my
doing it.
recollection of what happened.
Go ahead.
That when we went to the DEP, they discouraged us. And
Yeah, because of the cabbage plant. That's why we were discouraged, because of that cabbage plant.
you're right.
We're not allowed to touch it.
Then when we came back to the meeting,
So cabbage.
Hey, we've been
told that the
I can tell.
The application for the permit was $10,000, and there was no guarantee that we could get it, and that's.
Not right away, he said that if you pursue it, you would get it.
No?
But you have to come up with the money.
See,
If
I
you
don't
don't come up with the
know.
money, you ain't going nowhere. We didn't take nothing to put that soccer field up there, everybody turned their back.
They didn't say that if you keep after, you'll get it. They told us you probably won't get it, that you'd be wasting your money.
And you ain't gonna get it, but you gotta keep trying, just ain't tried. I mean, this is going 3 years now, 4 years.
And just said, we said we're gonna try it again. You didn't even bring it up tonight, we brought it up.
When you go to the DEP for a permit with your application, they make you jump through a couple of hoops. One is hydraulic analysis of the watershed area, just to figure out the volume and velocity of water coming down. The second thing they will tell you to do is they want a macrovertebrate study. They want to know what's living in that creek. It's a wetland now.
There's fish.
And there's also
Crayfish.
crayfish and stuff like that also. So, and I've never done a macrovertebrate study, but there are environmental firms that do that and put that kind of paperwork. It's a huge process that's beyond the scope of what I'm capable of doing.
$60,000 for a 24-hour study.
How much?
$60,000 for a 24-hour
Oh,
study.
my, yeah. Yeah, are you familiar with it, Doug?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been building gas pads in the tri-state region for 4+ years.
you've been doing what?
Building gas pads and working on pipelines for a local contracted company for the past 3 to 4+ years. Let me tell you what, you do not want to mess with the DEP in one shaped way to move a creek 2 inches, let alone take out brush. They're going to consider that brush aquastream habitat. They will go after anybody who doesn't have a plan in a second. It is not someone you want to play around with.
What can they do to you?
Send you to
That's
jail.
news to me, because
Take
we
you
had
straight to
to,
jail.
Pay a fine?
No, jail time.
hey, that's news to me, but that creek's been moved 50 feet.
But
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know, it's a flow of water.
Somebody moved a creek already,
I'm not arguing
and that's
with you,
what
I'm telling you.
I know.
And that's why it's like it is now.
That's why it's like it is now, because they moved the creek.
All right, one at a time.
Yes, that's why it's like that.
I'll tell you, as far as the ball field is concerned, Father DeVille does want it to be used by the kids, because I know for a fact, because he told me that the CCD classes, because they have over 200 students now, they wanted him to extend the parking, and he said no. He said that has to be there
If
for
we
the
don't get it
kids.
fixed, we're gonna lose it.
If they can't do it until it's done.
If we don't get it fixed, we're gonna lose it. We're gonna lose that field.
All right, so we're in the process of revisiting the issue. So we're gonna just leave it at that.